Oh, never mind. I figured out what's going on. Whenever I hit live, it completely changes up my settings. I literally made an attempt to like scroll down to the bottom of this queue on my OBS, and as soon as I hit stream, it went to the top. That is annoying. Again, I like to have my microphone and my OBS gameplay audio on screen, shown on the OBS. So if there is no if there's any issues with the audio, I will be able to see it. But it doesn't really help me whenever I hit live. Let's start live stream on the stream deck. It doesn't really help me when it literally resets the positioning of my sources. I'm also gonna take a moment to close down a pop-up window. Twitch was advertising, I think it was TwitchCon or something. I'm no interest in doing that. So I just wanted to go ahead and close that window here. I do have something that I want to say, which is we kind of had a somewhat historic moment yesterday, and for the sake of not talking about politics, because talking about politics is kind of a touchy subject, and there is some severe backlash among like a certain group of people that I will not name. But someone in the field of politics who is running for a position in an office was just found guilty. And some people are celebrating, some people are upset. But it is something that did happen yesterday. It is something I wanted to just make a brief mention of. The reason why I am kind of hesitant about bringing this up is because it's generally kind of controversial to talk about like certain fields topics. One of them is that is always controversial is talking about I can't remember what it's called. It's talking about politics. The other thing that is kind of a touchy subject is talking about gender, like the whole like gender things that a lot of people got a problem with. Because just gender, the topic of gender has just become so complicated that, especially like when transgenderism is involved, and it's just kind of hard to discuss that without offending some people. It's kind of hard to discuss your opinions without offending one side or the other. So I typically make it a rule in my chat to not talk about politics or not talk about anything that would be considered as controversial, mainly because of the fact that I am fully aware that people may get offended when talking about something like that. So I will say I am actually a little bit happy right now because today we may very well be finishing up this generation and we may very well be moving on to other things. We are... Oh, I got scared for a second. I know what's going on. We are going to be taking a break after we move on to the next generation, after we move on to the next house. This is not his everyday outfit. Are you serious? Those look like pajamas. I was gonna say... What's this? Oh. we are going to be finishing up this generation. We are going to be moving to a new house. We will be getting started on new careers. But before we get started on the next generation, we're going to be taking a little break from this family, and we are going to be working on getting some achievements out of the way. We're going to work on getting 3 achievements, which should be relatively easy to do. This is a jean jacket. I don't want that. Here's what I'm looking for. Okay, let's go ahead and go back into tops. Is there something I forgot to do? And go into create a style. Edit pattern. No. Oh, I know what to do. We are doing tiles. Just making sure that everything is done correctly. Just to try and make it look, once again, the characters, my main characters in this playthrough, model out the characters in my book. And the character this sim is based off is, he wears a patchwork suit, and this is the closest I can get to the design of a patchwork suit. That's fine. Titles. I did notice that, so this is something that I don't typically like to talk about, because it's just, I feel like it kind of is like a touchy thing to discuss in general. But, every now and then I can make a comment of it, but it's just something that I don't really like to focus on, because it's really not really that. I guess it's just the type of thing that is kind of sketchy, I guess. Like, it's not something that is generally wise to discuss as a content creator. But I've been kind of noticing that for a while. Most of my followers on Twitch seems to come from most of my followers on Twitch seem to come from Twitter. People discover one of my posts on Twitter, and they kind of go into my live stream and they follow me there. And I just gained a follower 12 hours ago, and I think that he may have been the first one that discovered my channel from my YouTube channel. He's the first one that I really kind of noticed. And I do want to offer my thanks to that person, just in case he is watching. But yeah, it's definitely kind of interesting, something that doesn't really happen that often. So I really do appreciate the support, as always. Growing a channel focusing on 100% completion, and not only that, but focusing on older games, is generally kind of a hard thing to do on Twitch. So I appreciate any support for my channel that I may receive. It is always very helpful just to get any sort of support. But there's a reason why I don't like to talk about that. I don't like to focus on that in general, is because it's just from what I understand, talking about like the growth of your channel, talking about like, oh, it's so nice that people say like, oh, it's so nice that people follow me or whatever, people subscribe to me. From what I understand, that tends to kind of cast like a negative light on yourself. That's what I kind of heard from other YouTubers. So I typically don't like to mention that. Just try to follow the advice of others, of people that are actually more successful than me. But that's just something that I just wanted to state, and something I wanted to address. The other thing I wanted to say was I actually recently finished chapter 26 of 30 in my novel project, and for this curious, I've been drafting a book, first book, since 2018, and I'm currently 3 full chapters away and 1 epilogue away from finishing my first book, and I'm actually really happy about that. Just for those curious, the reason why it's taking so long for me to finish my book is because I kind of got distracted with school. I kind of got wrapped up in school. Most of my free time was spent working on homework, and when I wasn't in school, I didn't spend much time writing because I just wanted to relax after spending 5 semesters studying. And for the first time in a while, I haven't been a student because I graduated with my master's degree last year in fall, and I've been spending a lot of my free time writing. Like almost every single day during the week, I go down to Starbucks and I write a new chapter for my book, and I'm currently so close. I'm literally 4 chapters away from finishing it. 3 full chapters and getting 1 epilogue, which is just like a few pages long. And I'm actually really happy about that. It's something that I just wouldn't really expect. It's something that I honestly didn't really think I would actually get to this point. And for those curious, this isn't really my first book I completed. I technically wrote another book when I was a kid, like in 3rd grade. It's just for those people that may not be aware. If you were in elementary school, thank you, Barbara Hernandez, for the follow. Really means a lot to me. If you were in elementary school in America, like in the early 2000s, at least for me, you may have had to been asked to write experiences in a journal, and instead of like writing what I did in the summer, I wrote like new chapters for a book, and I filled out like 3 full journals of this children's book that I wrote when I was in 3rd grade, and I lost all the journals. But just saw your tweet, so came by to follow. Yeah, I've been I really do appreciate it. I will say it's I do kind of feel that a lot of my support for Twitch actually does come from Twitter, so I really do appreciate it. I really hate the eyes. I really wish I could change the eyes of that sim. But if you're curious, I'm gonna be trying to get all 300 challenges, and I'm currently 92 away from completing this. But I've been working on this. This is my 62nd stream of this game, and I'm finally nearing the end. But yeah, as I was saying, this isn't really the first book that I written, but it'll be the first book that I've finished since I was a kid, and I will say that I definitely improved a lot as a kid than I have as an adult. Like has grown so much as a writer since then. It's just kind of crazy to me. By the way, I followed you on Twitter as well. If you could follow me back, then I'll be grateful. Sure. Go ahead and do that right now. You are followed. I think tomorrow, once we get everyone uh, to bed, I think tomorrow we're gonna have our newly adult Sims get a job. Let's have you work out. We're gonna have you work on your cardio. May as well just work on a skill while we're just kind of transitioning. So one thing that I don't think I will ever like find a definitive answer to because this game is so old, but people just don't really play this game anymore as well, so they're not really finding anything new about this game. But I actually have no idea. I actually have no idea why some Sims like seemingly like gain weight out of nowhere, even like if they were skinny as words. Like it, there is like a mechanic in this game. Like if you overeat, then you have a chance of gaining weight. But for Bobby Knight in particular, I don't have her like eat when she's full. I really only really eat when she's hungry, and she's still constantly gains weight like for no apparent reason. Like the only sim in my household that is constantly gaining weight out of nowhere. And I've had her work out so many times. I had to like lose weight repeatedly. I use this body sculptor machine that I got from the inventing thing so many times just to reset her weight, and she still like gains it back within a couple of days. I really wish there was like a definitive reason for that. Like I really wish I could just go online and just say, why does this keep on happening? But there's no information for that at all. Game is just so old, no one plays it. The guides for this game is essentially non-existent, and this is kind of one of the mysteries that I don't think I will ever actually figure out. And it's honestly kind of a shame. I really kind of wish, because that's the kind of thing that I focus a lot on a lot of older games because honestly, a lot of the quality games that are just designed like really well, a lot of the games that have like good stories with people that actually care about the writing of it, has good gameplay. Surprisingly, there's a lot more of them that were made like 2000s or like 1990s or whatever than they are made in today, which is kind of a shame. But I played like a lot of games made today that I was just ultimately disappointed with. I mean, just looking back in the past few years, Suicide Squad, Avengers, Far Cry 6, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's just a lot of AAA games I end up just finding disappointment with. But these older games, like I don't really have that feeling anymore. Like I can still like find things to enjoy about with these older games than I could with playing a newer game, but it's really kind of dumb, I guess. You're actually getting close to a level. What level are you at? You're level 6. You're gonna be level 7 soon. At this point, what I'm waiting on, the last thing that I need to work on at this point, we're level 7, nice. One thing I want to work on at this point is trying to get to this last thing that we need for this generation, which is cooking a perfect ambrosia, which is the last thing I need for the cooking challenge. And for that, we actually need this plant to actually bear fruit, and that's what I've been working on for a couple streams now. I've been trying to work on growing live fruit and trying to get fruit to harvest so I can just make this recipe. I believe I have everything else I need. I believe I have everything else I need in terms of ingredients. Yeah, it's just death fish and live fruit. That's, I literally have 9 death fish, so I only need like 1 live fruit for me to get that. And I actually don't know. I don't know when we'll be getting it, but we literally can't move on until we get this recipe cooked and done. But we can at the very least make some progress on our careers. So once it gets to about 6 a.m., we are going to be having our Sims get a job. There are 2 branches in the criminal career, so at some point we will need to play a family to get the other lifetime wish for the other branch of the criminal career. We also need to do the other branch of the music career as well. But we don't really have that many, we don't really have that many, we don't really have that many careers left to do before we are essentially done with everything in regards to that. I will say that we do have a couple part-time jobs we still need to work on, not really related to any achievements or any challenges, but just for completion's sake. We still need to get to level 3 in the spa receptionist and the spa thing. I can't remember what it's called. It's specialist and receptionist. We need to get to level 3 in those 2 jobs. And I think that may be it. I think that's the last of the part-time jobs that we need to work on, but we are nearing the end of the playthrough. I have no earthly idea how long it's going to be until we're done, but we are nearing the end of our playthrough, so. I'm really just killing time at this point. Like, we won't be able to do anything until we are able to tend with this plant, which should be any minute now. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, it's time, it's time, it's time, it's time, it's time. Oh my god, it's time. We are gonna be getting a challenge done.
Narkled tip.
The one thing I will say is we are actually gonna be done really soon. Gonna be finally on this generation. So it doesn't really matter what we do now. Because we are gonna be going here first, and then we're gonna be putting in a manual save. And then we're gonna be moving out. It's kind of a shame you weren't able to get the Reaper achievements for Gore Time, but we'll have plenty of opportunities to do that. Not a big deal. I just want to move on from this generation. I just want to get started on something new. Have breakfast. Ambrosia. He's kind of frozen there. There we go. The anticipation is killing me. Oh, it's baked in the oven. Oh. Apparently this can fail. The cooking the angel food cake can also fail as well. I'm hoping because I have level 10 cooking, I have the natural cook trait, and I have the perfectionist trait that I won't actually fail from this. We'll see. And that's why I put in a save, by the way. Hey, hey, hey! Deal Sous Chef! Let's take a look at the challenges, shall we? Dude, we're only missing like 10 freaking skills. And then we're gonna get another promotion. But we are only missing 90 challenges total. So we are finally getting close. I will say this probably gonna be a while before we get like anything new. But we are gonna be getting 3 challenges as soon as we move into a new house. Literally gonna end the save and quit and start a new family to go for these challenges. Let's see. Just going in and show the completed list as of right now. We still have like a lot of work to do, obviously. have a lot of kind of looking at a lot of the challenges that we started missing. We Cornucopia is the last challenge set that we have that requires getting like perfect items, and it's literally getting a variant of every single plant, which is gonna take like a different playthrough. We're probably gonna start working on this when we do our scientist playthrough, which is the one of 4 careers that we have left to do. I'm pretty sure there are 4 or 6. I think it's 4. But you can see that we still have like that to do. Architect is one that I don't think I will ever be completely sure how it works. I think I know how it works, and I think we're on track of doing it. But we'll see. But this is one that has no information on at all. But if my theory is correct, I should be on track in doing this, and I should only have 4 houses left to go into to edit. The one thing I will say is there's one house that I bought that I literally just renovated from the turned into an empty lot and built up for a challenge. And because I did that, it's slight possibility I may not get this challenge, and if that happens, I'm going to be a little bit upset. Mansion builder is really easy to do with the Gilman house, apparently, so. These 2 challenges are something that we will not be able to get for a while. Gonna need to create a separate save file and try to do all the death related ones. You can see we got a lot of these challenges done already, so it just shows you guys just how much we've been working on this. Child Prodigy is something that we're gonna need to do some preparation for it. But we will be getting that eventually. Probably gonna create a separate file for that. But doing that will get us an achievement, I believe. Hit on Cop is one of the things that we will need to farm out. We're only missing this challenge. Timmy's in trouble. And I'm basically going to create a separate household with a loyal dog, a random sim, and we are going to be intentionally starting a fire to try and get this challenge. I'm going to look into it first, just to make sure that I am doing it correctly, but doing that will get us achievement. Leader of the Free World we will be getting in the next generation. Master Thief is a challenge that we're going to be getting in the next generation. Personality I Haz It is something that we're going to be getting in the next generation. Not next generation. We're going to be creating a separate file for it shortly. It's actually going to be the first achievement we're going to be going for. And I think that's about it. Yeah, I think there's one challenge that we are that did not see in this list, but obviously I did have it on screen. So in a minute, when we move on to the next generation, we are going to be saving and quitting, and we're going to be creating 3 separate files for 3 different achievements. We're going to be creating a new file for the getting the personality I Has It challenge, which will get us this achievement, 25 gamer score. we are going to be getting, possibly have you seen this pet? That's something we can easily do, and I may end up doing it in conjunction with the Canine Cop Challenge. So this is really relating to a challenge in the challenge list. Once we get this thing, we will be getting an achievement. And we're, as you saw, we're only missing one challenge for the Canine Cop challenge list. Challenge collection, which has a loyal dog save us in from fire. The other thing that we can do is have a female sim woohoo with the firefighter, which will get us another challenge. And I think that may be the only 3 challenges that I am going to be getting. So, with that being said, let us do something first before I forget. And go into build and buy mode. Go into storage. And we're going to be putting the important stuff away. The only major thing that I care about is this. Because I don't want to lose that. Is there anything else? I'm fine with buying like a new telescope if I need it. I'm fine with buying like a lot of the stuff that I don't really care about as much. Oh, up for. Yeah, I'm fine with I lose everything else. So it's really just that challenge. That thing that I wanted to save. That was a masterful item. A masterful crafted item is like the best crafting that you can get. So we are gonna be moving.
Ladorvagorg.
New house is gonna be Zara and Dylan. Gonna be placing everyone else out of here. I think usually I keep the furniture, but I'm thinking about it now. I don't really know why I would, so I'm just gonna sell it. Gonna move into the Kingsley house. 128,000 for like a millionaire house. Actually, a lot cheaper than I was expecting. I was thinking like it's gonna be like 500 grand or something. How much is a Gilman house? 140. $161. 59,000. This is probably like the cheapest manor you can buy. I don't know why this is so cheap. But it's funny how the haunted house is more expensive than either the Gilman house or the Kingsley house. We are going to be moving into the Kingsley house, and we are. I may have screwed it up. Thinking about now, I may have screwed up because I probably should have. I think that keep furniture versus sell furniture applies to the new house, not the old house. So I may have screwed up there. Or not. Wow. This is the first time I've been to the Kingsley house in a while. For those curious, there's actually something you can do in this game which is play along as said families which have their own like difficulty. Kingsley and Gilman are both families you can play as, and both of those families have a difficulty rating of actually 3, I believe. Because it's just basically how the Sims are designed, like all this kind of stuff. But Kingsley was one of the families you could create, and looking around at it, not bad. Not bad at all. So in the initial if you were to start a new game with this game, the Kingsley family would have consisted of Andrew and his wife Kingsley. I can't remember his wife name, and they have a daughter named Carla, like a child sim, and they have a teenager named Andy Kingsley. Andy Kingsley is actually someone that I married in the second generation, and yeah, just looking around the room, like, you definitely tell like which room like the family actually stayed in. This is actually kind of nice. So what I'm actually going to do, and just make sure that everyone's needs are met. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of have some things like going on default just for a little bit. And the last thing that we're gonna be taking care of, the next thing we're gonna be doing is saving and quitting. In case something happens, and it's very possible that it might, we're also gonna back up a save. Because the last thing I want is for my Xbox 360 to overheat and crash. It being unable to turn on again, which is a big fear considering that my 360 has a habit of overheating. And me losing my save file because I had to buy a new 360 because I lost progress from my old save file because it wasn't backed up. For those curious, I'm playing on the Xbox 360. Sims 3 Pets is not available to be played on the Series X. It's not a backwards compatible game. It's one of the few games that are not backwards compatible. So, if you... And the main criticism that I have with the 360 is it does have access to the cloud system, but it doesn't automatically put games in the cloud system. So if you want to say something to the cloud, all you have to do is copy and manually put it in the cloud save. It will replace the existing save you have in there, but that's the only way to say something to the cloud. So I'm only doing this. I am only doing this in case my 360 overheats and breaks, and I have to buy a new 360. This is something I would actually recommend anyone doing if you're playing on 360. 360 is a very old console, has a lot of problems that does not really exist on the Xbox Series X, and if your 360 is bricked, then you could actually have a fair bit of stuff to gain. Like, you could easily just have your account synced up with another 360, but you may lose progress on your save file because you're not saved to the cloud, you're saved to your hard drive. And if your console is bricked, you're in all likelihood your hard drive will be compromised. So, this is why I'm not making the effort to do this. I do not want to lose any sort of progress. While this is loading up, I am also going to be looking into the achievement. Sims 3 Pets. Achievement. so the one thing that we're going to be doing first is personality I Has It. Okay, so just give me a minute. So this is on TrueAchievements.com. The information this guy has for a guide, which I'm going to be following religiously, is how to unlock personality. I Has It. Make a charismatic, friendly sim and move him and her into Northeastern Starter Home. This is the house that we just moved out of in our main save. Furnish or simplicity. Befriend Rebecca Goth across the street until you can ask her to move in with you. That's step 1. Bring Buttons Goth, her cat, into your home. You don't really need Rebecca to move in. For simplicity's sake, just her cat. So you get a little extra cash if Rebecca moves in too. Buttons comes with 5 traits already. Buttons comes with independent, genius, neat, proud, and quiet. So in order for you to get this achievement, there are 4 traits you can add. Adventurous, have Buttons jump up, sit on the tabletop and countertop until she has learned this trait. Should take approximately 8 sit-on commands. Non-destructive, buy a scratching post and have Buttons repeatedly scratch the post. Should take 8 such commands. Aggressive, when the paper boy or girl comes in the morning, have Buttons tackle him or her. Buttons will attempt to auto-grant yourself after doing so, which you should immediately cancel out of, and initiate another tackle command. After about 8 repetitions, Buttons will learn this trait. That's 3. Hunter. One of the easiest of all, though the most time-consuming. Train Buttons to hunt using your sim, then take control of Buttons and command her to stalk something repeatedly until the trait is earned. So, one thing I will say, we are only required, I think we only need to learn 3 of these traits. Oh, it's 9. Oh, never mind. So let's go ahead and get things started. So let's go ahead and go into, we're going to be creating a new game. I Has It. If you hit choose household, you will have the ability to choose one of those households, and as I said before, 2 of those households you can play as the Gilman family and the Kingsley family. That is horrifying. That's fine. I got a good one. So, I have a deep appreciation for the Batman Arkham series, and I think that a name that would be kind of fitting for this is Johnny Charisma. For those curious, Johnny Charisma is a kind of a bad antagonist, I would say. He's definitely one of the more vocal antagonists, but the reason why I say he's a bad antagonist is because his role in the story is kind of short-lived. Pretty soon after you encounter him, he is kind of killed off. So later, spoiler for Batman Arkham Knight. Probably should have said that before, but Johnny Charisma, for those curious, is became one of the Jokers, one of the new Jokers in the introduced in Arkham Knight, and as I said before, he did not really last long in that game. He's actually kind of a character that I actually really love in Arkham Knight. For those curious, Arkham Knight, what the fuck is that cat? Arkham Knight is, it's kind of a controversial game. There's a lot of people that kind of have a problem with the repetitious nature of the gameplay. But I personally like it for a story. I do kind of acknowledge that the blowing up like 30 freaking tanks after every single encounter does kind of get a little repetitious at times. But for a story, is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty well done. But the one thing I want to say was, but possibly one of my favorite moments in Batman Arkham Knight is when Batman is trying to apprehend Johnny Charisma after he got loose. And there was kind of a scene in that game where Johnny was essentially serenading. He was essentially serenading Batman. And because, for this uninitiated, in Batman Arkham Knight, Batman essentially was exposed to Scarecrow's fear toxin, and he was kind of hallucinating, kind of experiencing Joker as kind of like a representation of his worst fear, which is of him like becoming like Joker, like him essentially losing control and becoming like Joker. That's essentially what he was afraid of in that moment. And a lot of people actually kind of think that it's actually kind of a bad story, blah 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 blah. Oh, Batman just wouldn't really do this kind of stuff, but it just kind of shows you just how intimidating Scarecrow was as a villain in that game. But in that moment when Johnny Charisma was serenading Batman, Batman was hallucinating that Mark Hamill's Joker was serenading him. And it was actually kind of funny because he kind of wrote like a completely different song. Obviously, the one Johnny Charisma was actually singing, and it was, if you want to get like a good laugh, look up. You could probably just find it just by looking up this phrase. Look up Johnny Johnny Charisma Serenade or whatever on Batman Arkham Knight. You should probably find that clip. It's really a funny moment. It's probably one of my favorite moments in that game, and it's just simply because of the fact that it's just so outlandish, it's so out there, but at the same time, it's just hilarious. I always get a kick out of seeing that, and I would just love to be able to play like the Batman Arkham series one day on this channel. Don't know when I will do that, but it is something I'm heavily considering. But that's essentially the reason why I'm naming this guy Johnny Charisma.
Kukapa.
That's fine. I don't really care about like the formal stuff. I just really just want to make sure that everything, that there's no like drawing. This is something I don't have a problem with.
Kukapa. Coolygag. Quino.
Okay, so one thing that we need is charismatic.
Quasi.
We need friendly. And that's actually all of the traits required for the personality I Has It achievement.
Habledo.
Anything else that we... So one thing I will say is you actually don't want to do flirty. Because Rebecca Goth, who you will need to kind of build a high relationship to, she has a trait unflirty. So no likelihood you will not really get along with, you'll kind of have a hard time getting along with her. It's actually one of the more harder Sims to get into a relationship with in general because of that trait. Oftentimes if you try and flirt with her, then she will just kind of respond negatively to that, but also if it comes up that you have the flirty trait, then she will also kind of respond a little bit more negatively to that as well. So I don't actually want to have flirty there. I guess good sense of humor is good. Really just thinking about what would be good for building relationships with Rebecca Goth, because we need to get a high enough relationship to ask her to move in, and we also need to have Buttons Goth move in. None of these traits would be actually good. This schmoozer would be good, but one of the few traits that I wouldn't normally use but would be good for this situation. What else? Guess we need a throwaway trait. I guess perfectionist would be like a good throwaway trait, I guess. Or I guess good.
Oh.
Okay, let's move on to the cat. So, because I found out that I had a DLC, I guess, for this game, like in the game case that I ordered off of Amazon, we actually gonna have some new breeds available. Go ahead and take a look at that. We have Aztec Pantera. Kind of an interesting breed. Almost kind of reminds me of like something you would find in Viva Pinata. And not just because I've been playing a lot of those games for the Rare Replay. Sabertooth Tiger? Why does that... Oh, it's Cyber, not Saber. Okay, that makes more sense. Ishimura Bobtail. What's with these cat designs? Mecha Neko. Robotic Cat. Skeleton Crew Cat. I'm not gonna lie, that actually looks really kind of cool, I guess. It's a little bit out there. A lot of these designs are out there, but I'm not gonna lie, it actually does look kind of cool. Skunk Berman. You can literally just have a skunk cat. That's actually really kind of a cute design. Any more? No. God, that's actually a lot of good options. I rarely play Creative Sim with a cat. I'm actually kind of curious about something. You actually can play as a Maine Coon. A Maine Coon was actually a cat that I owned at one point. He was actually kind of a nightmare cat. He just kind of did what he wanted, and my mom absolutely hated. The cat that I had that was actually mine was a Siamese cat, a chocolate point Siamese. It's not like it has it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Siamese. As cool as the other designs are, I'm gonna go with the Siamese. Actually, I may not have another opportunity to do one of the try one of the newer ones, so instead I'm gonna go with the Saber-tooth tiger. It's one of the design I like the most. Okay, except oh my god, I'm streaming in the wrong category. Son of a bitch, why did it take me an hour and 2 minutes to figure this out? God damn it! I need to fix this. I'm so stupid. I'm so sorry. People watching this in the Saints Row category, I'm sorry that I'm streaming in the wrong category. I am an so, check and see if I am correct. Really do apologize about streaming in the wrong category. I am honestly a little bit upset about that. This actually kind of happens less frequently than it used to when I started streaming in 2020. But it still happens at times, and I'm a little bit upset that it happened again. But for those curious, I have a habit of not really paying attention. Like I often forget some things when I'm getting ready to stream. Oftentimes before I get streaming, once everything is hooked up correctly, once OBS is hooked up correctly, once everything is done, I pull out my phone and I watch YouTube videos to kill time. That is what I was doing before I started streaming today, and I freaking made a mistake. I completely forgot to change the settings on my stream, and I do apologize for that. It is just honestly kind of dumb. So I really do apologize if anyone was tuning in to a stream labeled as Saints Row 1 when it was clearly Sim Street Pet. So I really do apologize for that. Sorry that I kind of possibly confused you, but accidents happen. So for this achievement, we need to get Rebecca Goth to a hyena friendship that we can ask her to move in. And that's crying guy. actually the first time you're seeing Rebecca Goth in this playthrough, this stream series.
So,
The Goth family is kind of like a pretty iconic household in this family because of the fact that in this series because of the fact that there's a Goth family and the Gilman family in every single Sims game that I can think of. Possibly not Sims 4, but definitely in every game that came for it.
Lenny Torduba. Dao. Eshduval. Bugenha. I can. Ubi Gobly hurt? Iba.
Yasu.
So this is going to be kind of a long process of building up relationship until we get to a high enough thing for Tasker to move in.
Dagzuna. Salachu ya yipsno fabuzi. Meps.
Like a goth, friendly, we will compliment home. Rebecca Goth, friendly, flatter.
Linda Warbly who?
Like a goth, friendly, get to know.
Nepi Furbaji. Ota.
Bujin. Hixafibawruni. Sadrupnasi. Ribadu. Glarn.
Wefulja di Pabla.
Welky. Bensni chibna lubel. Barzebni gwelp.
Nib. Brooks. Tivalu bazim. Shipova laga. Rana?
Ibihana. Zoom dapti. Smeed smorgy gorg.
Oh.
Is loner and she is neat. Like a goth, friendly.
Oh, he's your what? There's the Bagley.
Skibazu.
Like a goth, friendly. We will freeze.
Udi Galawai. Effa. Oh, Ubi Gobly hurt? Iba. Quaga. Ivsli Bagazdo Vozabalana. Shatuvana? None. Welky. Benzi Chebni Lobu. Bazemni Guel. Nib. Plidazu. Esive Navin. Sevoja Bala. Is that?
Oh.
Like a goth, friendly. We will brighten day.
Ibli Kandi. Pashtua. Ishadawa. Kubi Locks. Deshto. Couple up.
Let's see, chat.
Grimla Chambligo? Jawa.
Tig. Nupli tika. Tarabarba gronkzi.
Velu di Parshto Bagala. Tindo Saptu.
Fuban terlo bag.
Ibdit. Balu Chibalan. Porjawala. Zevni Bagag.
Hi, Vitor.
Like a goth, friendly. We will compliment.
Ava cobbly de bon.
Uh-huh.
You almost got her to friend level. Great. Let's go in gossip.
Pues tú, Eva Lagan.
Shortcanick.
But now, we find some.
Friendly, we will tell dramatic story.
Nepi furbaji, ota dando falang, zibwaji popuhawa. Cerno, in Vilta, Washington, Forgla, Ebstapalawa.
Oh, Vobel.
Rebecca Goth, friendly, we will yes, Brighton it again.
Lerny Torduba, Dow, Eshduval, the Faligag,
Bees.
Portu, Eshdu.
So close to getting her friend. Let's go ahead and compliment home.
Udi Galawai, Efaba. Lingda Warblihu, Eshda. Udi Galawai, Zandaham.
Let's see, we will talk about books.
Grimla Chambligo, Jawa.
Need. Sipna Hiza Vupi. Yibta Brux. Sami.
Uba Juvalerts, Esdual, for Lo Zibalawa. Astadon,
Ipauda Hala Boon.
Babin Breaks, Sling de Dorn, Estua. Balawag, Estueli.
Jorg Yaba.
Let's see if we qualify for the thing. Let's go ahead and ask about career.
Bula's a Wigador.
I think she's unemployed.
Bob Duan, Dodne?
Bepto Gonish. Finplots Tukalisi.
Bontreen.
Oh, she works at the mausoleum. That's interesting. There's a part-time job there.
Oh, we know. Zeb du Bombding, Shivwa Kazdua, Dazawinde.
Arktub. Vuitsi Antu.
Hornton.
Like a goth, friendly. Need to get her high enough, higher friend thing. I think we need to get her to good friend.
Move it.
Go ahead and chat.
Ubi Gobbly hurt? Iba.
Sharkaloob. Steeny Long. Kadiddy. Ibithorg.
Wandag Magdu Bimdiab. Yo Piba. Desdu. Chesdu.
Malnos Asubi. Fatuza. In Bos Kabadi.
Aniba Nork Pushdua. Esdo. Bella Goody Boodoo. Ha, Falaga.
Gurk Yaba.
Like a goth, friendly. We will flatter.
Ava Cobbly de Bon. Zandaham.
Like a goth, friendly. Friendly hug.
Oh. Nepi Furbaji, Ota.
Dag. Fumu. Fod Sharka. Lablart.
Wak do sheep. Estubalawa.
Fuban. Derlo. Bog.
Like a goth, friendly. We will. Oh, we have it now.
Laza Wigador,
Mm-hmm.
Ej du Pop,
Mm.
Bob Duan, Dadne?
Beto Gonish.
Radashe.
Finvach Kalisi.
Nonsorn.
Okay, let's get to work on the there. Why is there so many cats here? Jesus. Okay, so I need you to work on the adventurous trait first. And also, let's go ahead and verify. Buttons Goth has 5 traits. Independent, Genius, Neat, Proud, Quiet.
Aw.
Free Kabolatanu.
Ebstadorn Popnot, I'm the Balagan Emorker.
So we should need to do this 8 times in order to get this thing, so we have 6 more times to do. At this point, Rebecca and Johnny don't matter. Only really gonna be using them to get to teach Buttons how to hunt.
Fondo, Brundrega, Salawa. Dasta, it's the one.
George, yapa.
Sit on. Table, sit on. Sit on.
Ooh.
That'll land the Randa.
Iterizele.
Pandegab the what?
So eventually we should be getting this trade, adventurous trade. I think we're fairly close to that now.
Ooh. Hey, Baba Goso.
Just getting the adventurous trait, nice. So next thing that we're going to be working on is non-destructors. Go ahead and go into build and buy. Open catalog, you're going to buy. You're going to go into pets, and we are going to be getting a scratching post.
Hey, Baba.
So that's 2.
Hmm.
That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. This is 6.
Oh. Oh.
This is 7. And this should be 8. Wasn't really paying attention, I was kind of zoning out there. Okay, got the non-destructive trays. Go over here. Gonna have... We're gonna have you work on training Buttons how to hunt now. So, teach to hunt. This is the second to last trait we need to teach Buttons Goth.
Ebi Gruntark to Washa. Demi Karazu. Panorchi. Eberojetic. Zebadi. Dobi Guhasta. Binaja. Demi Karazu. Panorchi. Eberojetic. Zebadi. Ebi Gruntark to Washa. Dobi Guhasta. Binaja.
At this point, it doesn't really matter what we do. We essentially have this achievement in the bag. So we're actually not going to work on any careers. We're just going to primarily... It's probably going to take us additional data to get this done. So let's go ahead and have Buttons. Oh, first thing first, something else needs to do. Another thing I need to buy to maintain our cat's needs. Let's go ahead and go into the open catalog. We're going to buy. We're going to go into pets. We're going to go into miscellaneous pets. We're going to buy a litter box. Go ahead and put it here. And so while we're doing that is I want to make sure that the needs for Buttons are essentially met. So we're going to have Buttons go to the bathroom. Then we're going to have you hunting, stock something. As for Jade, you're going to have me use a bathroom too. So when Buttons leaves, we're going to have Jade go to the bathroom. And then we can do whatever. So we're gonna go and fast forward just until we get this done. Hunting, stock something. Yeah, like it doesn't matter what we do at this point. Like we just She had a achievement in the bag. Don't know what she's doing right now. Hunting, stock something. So, this is kind of one of the more harder things to learn because it generally takes a while for you to actually get the required things, but eventually we should be able to get down to trait. Those are supposed to look like butterflies, but they kind of remind me of the flying books from Harry Potter. The texture is not right on those. Hunting, stock something.
Ah, it be Tyler.
Hmm.
Okay, hunting, stock something. Hunting, stock something. Check everyone's needs. Go ahead and eat. Go ahead and eat. We're gonna have you sleep. We're gonna have you use a bathroom, and we're gonna have you sleep. I don't care like how good of a hunter a cat is, like or how good of a like if I were to see a spider that big, I would just run the fuck away. Like I don't care just how harmless I guess you could say spiders are. Like so many people say, oh, they're more afraid of you than you are them. I don't fucking care. If I saw a spider that big, I would freaking scream. Just getting up. Just going to build and buy mode just to get like another thing. To get a toy for the cat. Buy pets. Miscellaneous pets. Okay, so we're literally just waiting time, killing time a little bit until the newspaper girl comes. I think she comes at like 6 or 5. Hello, sorry for bothering you. One hour for promotion. Quite possibly the most common comment I see on my channel. For those curious, sorry again, like if you sent that a while ago, wasn't really paying attention to chat. That's actually the most common like thing you will find, like as content creators. A lot of people are just kind of offering to kind of help you boost your views to good followers. But the thing that a lot of people may not be aware of is if you buy followers, if you buy chatbots to be like do anything like that, then you could have your channel banned, and I don't want to do that. So I appreciate the offer, Dim Stoics, but I don't have any interest in buying followers and doing anything like that. That's a very, very common scam that a lot of people do, and for all I know, like it could get you legitimate followers, but they aren't real people. They're just bots. And if Twitch finds out that you have thousands of followers that are not real, then they will take action against your channel. Because they're essentially profiting over nothing. Person that followed me earlier in the stream, Barbara Hernandez, just sent me a message on Twitter. I didn't want to say this like at the thing, but when she asked me to follow her, I took a look at her channel, her account. You had like an animated girl, and I like on her banner on her account banner, and to me it kind of looked like it was like a VTuber thing. I don't know if that's actually the case, but I just got a message from her on Twitter, like a direct message from her, and don't really know what she is doing, what she wants, but guess we'll find out. Now again, I sent her a message, not gonna communicate with her until after the stream, but what the fuck?
Who's that?
Okay, let's have a quick meal, cereal.
Who's that?
I imagine we may be close to getting that challenge done. At this point, I'm just killing time. Trait learn. I've been kind of getting. Honestly, I don't really know what to think at this point, but there's been a lot of people that have been coming towards me and just actively like communicating with me and just talking to me, like actually showing interest in my personal life. I actually kind of started when I was in grad school, when working with people that were kind of working towards the same goal, and I frequently had people that they were interested in my project. They were interested in knowing more about my work and what I'm trying to create. And this kind of thing kind of continued where I've been encountering people that have been more supportive of what I am trying to do. And I think that what is kind of a bit overwhelming, I guess, is, well, it's kind of like troubling, I guess, is I don't actually know if some of the people that have been coming towards me are talking to me with the best of intentions. Or if they're just communicating with me just trying to like, get something out of it. There is this person that actually I was kind of worked with in the past, and I'm actually working with again. I should develop artwork in relation to my novel project, and she has been really good to my channel. She's been doing a lot of work helping to promote growth in my channel. A lot of her friends actually helped me get to over 50 followers, which I do appreciate. But at the same time, I can't help but wonder if she sees me as like an easy money opportunity. Like if she just sees me on as a way for her to like make easy money or whatever, because I kind of rely on her for artwork for my project, or if she actually does care about what I am working on. And I often encounter people like that, and it's just so hard for me to actually be able to tell what the motivations are of people who just come towards me. And this person who just sent me a message on Twitter, I don't know why she was reaching out to me. I don't know what her intentions are, but I just don't really know what to think. I have been making a lot of tweets on Twitter lately. Kind of get like a status update, like chapter 25 done, like 5 more to go. Chapter 26 done, 4 more to go. And I've honestly I'm not really sure if that's going to open me up to potential projects in the future. It's just I'm trying to keep my community updated, but I don't know. I'm just waiting for the at this point I'm just waiting on the newspaper kid to come. Come on, newspaper kid. Kid should be coming any minute now. Come on. Where are you, newspaper kid? I need to tackle you a bunch of times. Come on. And maybe 7 when the kid comes.
Eblu Hargalik. Dablaha.
I would be very surprised if the kid doesn't come like any second now. Where's the newspaper kid? Where is the newspaper kid? I don't know where the newspaper kid is. Is it at 8? Like, it, considering that the elementary school starts at 8, I think. It might be 8. Maybe it starts at 9, the elementary school. I was curious, I need the kid, the newspaper kid, to come by. Because I need to tackle him a bunch of times to get the aggressive trait. That's what I'm working on. I thought it was 6, if I'm going to be honest here, but maybe... I just saw a kid. Where is the kid? Where's the kid? I'm not seeing the kid at all. Trying to figure out like how to learn it. Probably help if I learn to spell. Once again, IGN just proves to be unhelpful. So we're trying to find another site. Try the official Sims wiki. Need to learn how to learn the trait. I'm not finding the answer I'm looking for, computer. Well, I guess what we can do. See if Chase Away can do with Johnny Charisma.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Let's try Hiss.
Arto.
Johnny Charisma, mean, Hiss at.
Dweeple hog.
Johnny Charisma, mean, Hiss at. Johnny Charisma, mean, Hiss at. Actually, we will learn this. It is weird that he's laughing at me as I'm doing this.
Kexi.
Okay, now we just need to learn Hunter and we will have this challenge. Go ahead and have Johnny C. Pay your bills. Oh, there's a kid. They're already at 9. Hunting, stock something. Hunting, stock something. Eventually we'll also learn the hunter trait. And we should be able to get the achievement then. Hunting, stock something. Hunting, stock something. hunting, stock something. Eventually we'll get it. Hey, look at that. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. What more do we want? Honestly, get lucky might be a good one to have. That upgrade. One I'm probably likely to lose. Go ahead and save. Quit. No. I'm actually going to delete that save. Let me take a look at the achievement list. We now have personality, I has it. Next one we're going to be going for is have you seen this pet and canine cop. In this playthrough, we are also going to be getting the challenge woohoo with a fireman. They're gonna make a full household. Okay, so we're gonna be getting habiting this pet. And the reason why I'm taking so long to look, god damn it. The reason why we're taking so long to look, oh my god, stop, is because I'm trying to pull up 2 achievements and I keep on accidentally clicking ads that are playing, which is opening new windows. Have you seen this pet and where is it? Canine cop. Okay, finally have it. Let's see. Okay, so here's what this thing says. I actually don't think that we're gonna be going for the we're gonna be creating we're gonna be kind of doing a little bit something a little bit different. So here's what this person says. Create a household with one sim, coward as only trait, and 5 adult dogs, loyalty as their only traits. That's something that I can't really do on 360. I have to choose additional traits, so probably talking about. Actually, I don't think I can do that on 360. I will try, but I don't think I can do that. I moved into this family into Northeast Sutherland is one that I was just living in, one across from Rebecca Goth, unfurnished. There's a living room window closer to the bathroom with a fireplace. I chose this spot as I didn't want the fireplace tucked up against a corner wall. Achievement seems easiest when your sim does not catch fire, so I wanted as much room as possible for the fire to take hold without lighting up the sim. As many have noted, it may be even easier to start a fire by having your sim begin to cook something that requires a stove or onion, and simply interrupting your sim during the cooking process while the food is cooking. Food will overcook, eventually igniting with your sim safely out of ignition zone. Move everyone into the living room, command the dogs to lay down so they don't dart off to do other things, and commence the sim with the sim lighting and poking the fire. Save game once you have everything in position for easier reloads should your sim catch fire. The objective is to have the sim faint once the fire starts. But this won't happen if the sim catches fire, with 5 dogs all vying for position to get out of the building. Several will be there long enough to bark at the fainted sim, which pops the achievement. While initially thinking it might improve success rates more by removing the exits from the living room, after testing the hypothesis, the achievement does not seem to unlock unless there is an available exit to flee the burning building. That's what this achievement says, so let's go ahead and get things started.
We know.
Why is it identical to the previous sim design? They're supposed to be completely random. I'm trying to think what is a good name for a coward. Oh, I have one. For those curious, it's not at all what you're thinking of when you see this first name. I'm not that shallow, but it is a reference to a character from Red vs. Blue. That helps. It's actually a character I really like in Red vs. Blue, and it just kind of sucks that uh, it was introduced in the last good series of Red vs. Blue. Like after season 13, the series had a tremendous dip in quality, and it's when I kind of stopped like paying attention to it. Donald Doyle is a character, as I said, from Red vs. Blue. He is notoriously, like, his main character trait is that he is a coward. He is not brave. He would rather run away if it meant saving his life. That's funny. Rather than just sticking around and just being brave and being an actual commander and fighting actively on battle. Quite possibly his biggest moment in Ismail. His biggest moment in the series was him sacrificing himself to essentially cripple the enemy forces. And honestly, if it wasn't for that, like, I don't think the good guys would have won. Because the enemies had, like, such a massive army of being responsible for decimating a large portion of it. Just at the cost of his own life. Had another idea to name it after a character from Portal 2. Not really a coward, I guess, it's just... what's another good name? Name it after a very, very old and long dead dog that was actually a star of a YouTube channel. I was curious, there was a YouTuber that used to be constantly viral because of his talking dog, Mishka. Channel name was called Guardia, and I'm still subscribed to him despite him like no longer posting videos on it. Ooh. But kind of funny thing about huskies, they are quite vocal dogs. Uh, this is one I'm kind of struggling with. So I actually have a name. Finally. And I only know the meaning of this name because of an experience I had when I was younger. And I'm probably misspelling it. Either QI or KI. Stop. My grandpa, who's actually living with me right now, had a Chihuahua, like a small dog in general. I don't know specifically. It was called a Chihuahua that he named Rafiki. And he always said that Rafiki was like was African for little friend. And I never know if that was correct, but or it's either little friend or loyal friend. Like, both would be great names for the thing, but I don't actually know if that's true. So here is another one. Go more simple. Name of quite possibly the best Final Fantasy character and protagonist in series. But we are gonna be changing free breeds. Take a look at the DLC animals for dogs, but we're not gonna choose them. We had Bone Mastiff, Bones. Bones are not showing though. We have Data Pointer, Data Pup, Iron Terrier. Noticing a lot of similarities between the cats and the dogs. This is actually really cool. I like that a lot. It almost kind of looks like a fire dog. That is adorable. Panda Chow. Panda Palm. Robodane. Tiger Chi. I don't know what a chi is. I know what chi is in in Chinese beliefs, but I don't know what chi is related to dogs. Honestly, I might choose that. The other thing that I wanted to choose, I want to at least have one German Shepherd. I would love to have a German Shepherd in real life. German Shepherds are huskies. I also kind of want to get a collie. Those are all like good dogs to have. The only collie that I've ever kind of experienced, I guess, is from the TV show Lassie. I may have seen them walking around, but I've seen more border collies than I have actual collies. Really kind of cute dogs. Let's go back. We are gonna be going into personality, traits, loyal. I don't know why my brain died for a second. Rafiki no longer fits with the collie, I realize, but I'm not gonna change anything.
Ivodosh? Oh, good.
It doesn't really matter what he wears, we're not gonna be playing with this family for long. So one thing that we'll say is I think we're gonna do one more thing after this. I don't think that we're gonna be doing the I don't think we're gonna be doing the I can't think oh my god, my brain. I don't think they're gonna be doing the woohoo with the firefighter. I think we're actually gonna do it in the main save file. Let's go into build and buy mode. Catalog by, what is it, under comfort? No, I don't think so. What would it be under? Decor. Not decor. Okay, then let's try appliances. Large appliances? Miscellaneous appliances. New. Okay, lighting? New. That can be storage, is it? Surfaces. No, not you either. What is it under? Entertainment? No? Not landscaping, is it? No. I don't actually know. I literally don't know what's under. I guess we're doing of everything. Appliances. Electronics. Lighting. Only thing I haven't checked is wall lamps. Not here. Where is this thing? I checked comfort. It wouldn't be under beds, wouldn't be under any of this stuff. And I already looked through the miscellaneous comfort unless it's upseating. Okay, surfaces. Already checked surfaces, decor, storage. Storage, no. Entertainment, no. Just build. Decorative fireplace, here it is. Okay. Just go ahead and save. It's getting bigger. And $5 one of them will save me. Trying to make sure. I don't know like what I'm listening for this. So we're gonna load into the save and we're gonna try it again. Do not want to start a fire. In fact, it may actually be easier instead of using a fireplace, it may be easier to do it with an oven. That way we don't risk death. We're waiting until we faint. If we faint, then a good chance of getting this. Hopefully you get lucky and get it this time.
Oh, good.
I would think that this would catch fire by now. I honestly did not expect it to be to finish cooking. That was completely my bad. Go ahead and try this again. This time we're not gonna do anything. Like we're just as soon as he puts it in the oven, we're just gonna wait. Just while we're doing this. Check my messages. Just actually replied to that girl that just DM'd me on Twitter. So I'm waiting for the oven to catch fire because then we'll just have an opportunity to do this. There it is, smoking.
Oh, good.
Anytime now it'll catch on fire. I just saw smoke rising, but I don't see it now. There we go. Go ahead and save. Trying to call firefighters though, it seems as I need them to wake up. I need you to wake up to call the fire. They're gonna burn the whole house down. Wake up! Jesus. He needs to get up. He needs to get up. I can't save until this thing is extinguished.
Dono, Bobbin! Border!
That's actually a pretty cool fire truck, like a pickup fire truck. Okay, now can I save?
Gasha!
Save. A9, accept. And let's quit out. We're actually gonna delete the thing. I actually kind of want to work on a main save now. We'll save the rest for later. At some point, we're gonna need to farm out like all the achievements, but I think that's enough for now. So, I will say, You got another achievement out of the way. We are currently missing 13 achievements in the game. We can, in theory, get a few more. I think I was actually gonna get, have you seen this pack, but we're gonna save that for later. I think what I'm actually going to do is we are gonna be deleting this save. And we are gonna be continuing night. And what we are gonna do is we're gonna have Zara join the criminal career. And before we have Dylan join the politics career, we're gonna have him develop a relationship with, what's her name? Tanisha. Tanisha is her name. Tanisha Ferguson. Actually, a pretty nice house. It has a burglar alarm too. He has a current power.
Ah. Ah. Yeah. Nigga bug.
Okay. Soon as Dylan is done,
Pipso toy.
I'm gonna have him go visit Anisha. We're gonna have you get a job, you hippie. So I hope Tanisha's home.
Chaba dark.
Liba down.
Decoy, $17 per hour, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Local crime syndicates looking for Sims to join their nefarious ranks. Sims who are in good physical condition will get along with the rest of the gang and have no problem doing things that some might label as criminal or encouraged to apply. Friday, huh? That's funny. That is funny. Steve is the boss of the criminal syndicate is Stevie Angel. For those curious, if you were to start a new save, your boss would either be Zachariah Dunworth or Eleanor Dunworth, one of the two. Stevie Angel is the kid of the Angel family, if you were to start a new save, which has essentially your next door neighbor if you choose a different house. I'll show it off in a minute. And he is actually, his father is actually in the music career. His father was in the music career, so it's surprising to see Nazar's boss is Stevie Angel.
Sous.
Meepson.
Sous.
Let's go ahead and save. Gonna get to work. I should probably check to make sure that the canine stuff is saved. And while I'm going to the menu, the Angel family would have resided in this house right here that I have my cursor over. And this is one of the houses that you could afford if you were starting from a new save.
You farble. Websy novel.
Mm-hmm.
Haba lor herbo. He's a vamajig.
Bepto Garnish. Fin plots Tukalisi.
Sadoob?
I was just reminded of your favorite Martian song. This is why I'm single. It's just something that my mind just randomly went to.
Now wadu neem.
Chaba
Azan. Zami harto wa.
Vandipo.
Mior.
Romantic, we will flirt.
Baduna.
Bra.
Flirtatious joke.
Lepta wasmani mahagi ha. Bawu.
Arboglav.
Romantic, amorous hug. That's dumb. You reach some current maximum level of charisma skill. Dylan Knight needs at least 3 friends at least 6 relationships with me. That's dumb.
Aww.
Now wadu neem.
Chaba
Zarm. Sandi.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Bojan.
Oh.
Let's see. Propose. We can already try for a baby. We're not gonna do that just yet.
Bramla Misa?
Gerblexnor.
Romantic. We will kiss. Romantic. We will.
Oh.
Sugar me
Nabitlan.
Romantic. I don't know if this has been long enough. You will try.
Samu.
Nova? Glarn? Gorgo?
Armadi. Samadu.
Oh.
Zama. Sajipsu.
Wix a nerfy. But weebsam.
Really wish getting into relationships isn't as easy in real life.
Saya. Mitab.
Yipsy Glarn.
Yipsy ka. Habnu flab.
Yeah, we're gonna just gonna keep everyone here. We're Dylan, Tanisha, and Zara is gonna remain here. Those pets are gonna go. Why not? Fine. Then we're just gonna put everything onto freaking brief. And set pet lifespan to brief. Don't really care about those pets. They can all die for all I care. As bad as that sounds, I don't want them. Let's take a look at your stats. Okay, well that's gonna have to change. We're definitely gonna have to change your lifetime wish. Which means we'll need 30,000 for that.
Oh,
Oh, which reminds me, let's take a look at her traits. Because we also may need to change up her traits a bit. Just 4 traits. 2 of those I don't really like. Easily impressed and clumsy. Excitable is fine. Can't stand on is fine. I think this is actually... Let's compare our options. So we know for a fact that Dylan's going to be in a political career. First we have left is scientist. We have athletic. We have the other criminal career, the other criminal branch, which you're not going to worry about right now. The other music branch, and we have journalism, and actually no, we have business. So we just have journalism, music, criminal, science, and athletic. Is there anything I'm missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we will be... I think that's it.
oh, oh.
Oh, Marina.
So I think what I'm actually going to do is we are gonna be going to the bathroom. Sorry, you seriously didn't flush? Gonna have you take a shower. Just also take a look at our pets. Buttons is an elder. Pickles is an elder. And Rosemary is an adult. Let's also have sorry, my brain just died. Gonna join the political career. And let's go ahead and take a look at the lifetime rewards. So we need 30,000 points, I think, to change. No, we don't. How many do we need? We need midlife crisis to pick new traits. So that's 20,000 points. What do we need to change? We need 10,000 points to change lifetime wish. And so we do need 30 points total. 30,000 points total.
Floppadookie.
As soon as we join the career, we're actually gonna be in fact, we're also gonna need some things. As soon as we join a career, we're gonna be kind of wrapping things up a little bit early. We kind of got a lot done, and I just kind of got pretty much what I wanted to get done out of the way, but I do want to just get things set up real quick. So we are going to be going to pets, miscellaneous pets. Going to be getting a litter box. We are going to be getting a chew toy. We're going to place right here. Going to be getting a scratch toy, a toy for a cat. Going to place right here. We are going to get the infinite dog food. Going to place in the kitchen. And we need 3 beds. Three fucking beds, are you serious? Where am I gonna put this stuff? Guess right here is a good spot for 1. I don't even need this, really. Where am I gonna put this stuff? Your 3rd bed placement. Also, why is there a random table in the middle of the lot? I think we're good. Oh, we need a scratching post as well. Political career. The town needs a strong leadership to remember society and guide the course of the citizenry. The hall is currently looking for the charismatic individuals who know how to schmooze the right sense of money as well as manage upward. You get City Hall 9 a.m. on Wednesdays. Wilbert Bonilla. That's also a name that I would not expect. Your boss, if you were starting to save file, your boss in political career would actually be one of the Gilmans. I can't remember what his name is. I think it's the Elder Gilman. At this point, I'm just trying to like get everything we need done. So I can just have these things just set up. We're gonna set like all the pet stuff once we're done with this, by the way. It is kind of crazy to me that I'm actually have enough money that I can afford living in a manor without without like any issues. Like I was surprised like how cheap this kind of stuff was. Like it only cost like under 28,000. I feel like that there were houses like in California that are like five. I didn't know there were like the house that I had here. We had living here where I live. It cost. I'm pretty sure we had to pay like 500 grand for like a 2-story house, and it's sort of a nice neighborhood as well, but still. I am gonna have Dylan come here. I think that we are essentially just about done with this playthrough, with this stream. I kind of want to take a little bit of a break. So once everyone's needs are essentially met, we are actually going to be kind of saving and quitting. I have some things I need to take care of. That person that reached out to me on Twitter has been replying to me, and my friend is just going apeshit on the phones. I need to talk to him as well.
Largo Ving.
Are you gonna burn the house down?
Oh, Snog.
Okay, well, we are clearly gonna have you just read a book on how to cook. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's last sim eat something, and then we will wrap things up. If you are remotely interested in what sees today, all the games I cover on my channel will be for 100% completion. I'm going to be streaming Sims 3 Pets yet again next Friday, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be streaming I've made that mistake in a while. I'm going to be streaming Infamous 1 for 100% completion on Saturday, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to be streaming Saints Row 1 for 100% completion on Sundays, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. If you're interested in games you play for 100% completion, know that not only go for 100% in-game statistic, but 9% in achievements as well. Next time we play, we will be having some pets to murder. Because that's something a totally normal person would say, but I do not want a full household because of 3 pets that I just don't care about. Because I'm currently not able to have any kids, so I want these freaking dogs out of here. As morbid as it sounds, it will actually be to our benefit because we will be getting 2 achievements done. 2 challenges done. We will be getting Scare the Reaper, and we will be getting Dance with the Reaper. So as morbid as it sounds, our pets dying will be a good thing in the long term because it will help us get 100% completion. And really, wishing for a pet or a sim to die would really only be applicable in Sims. Or I guess like in a game as more general as well. But yeah, I guarantee you if you just wish your own pet to die and you vocalize that in real life, you're gonna get reported and your pets are gonna get taken away. In Sims, it's okay. That being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.